I'm Brendon, Fallon, health reporter and health correspondent for NTD, health reporter for Epoch TV. I'm going to tell you two compelling reasons why coffee should be drunk and two compelling reasons why I think it shouldn't be drunk and where I'm at with those judgments. Firstly, I recently spoke to this doctor, Dr. Doug Spiel, who surprisingly, when I asked him, this is a guy in his 60s who's doing everything he can to be as built and as strong and live as long a lifespan as possible. He's developing his own compounds, his own nutraceuticals. And one of the things he said to me when I was asking him about his regimen, like, what are you taking? Tell me what you're taking. I want to pass this on to my audience. What it can be 10 things that you're taking every day. He mentioned caffeine. He said, and this was in the space of talking about insulin resistance, which is, we know, is central to diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So many people dealing with that these days. So why is caffeine helpful on this front? Because caffeine is an AMPK activator. AMPK is like the fuel gauge for the cells. It tells the cells when your energy currency, your ATP, when it gets too low, you've used too much stored energy, then your body, your AMPK kicks in, activates, and it basically shifts the body from growth mode to maintenance mode. So your insulin sensitivity goes down. It becomes easier for the glucose to get into cells, and autophagy kicks in. Autophagy is this wonderful process where cellular matter is broken down, discarded, and even recycled to create new cellular matter. So it's a great thing, and it's great for lifespan, for expanding lifespan, and great for health in general. This is why people do intermittent fasting, because of the autophagy benefits. Another thing really interesting about caffeine, there was a study done in 2009. It was started in 2009. They were looking at 20 years of data from people drinking coffee. And what they found is those who were drinking 3 to 5 cups a day, they looked at 1,400 people, compared to those who drink no coffee at all. They had a 65% lower chance of developing Alzheimer's. So one very compelling argument for coffee there. On the other side, why not to drink coffee? One of the things is that coffee is said by a famous doctor that I spoke to, who interviews a lot of celebrities, and he does these brain scans where he's actually looking at what alcohol does to the brain, what marijuana does to the brain, what caffeine does to the brain, seeing the activity that follows when people take these substances, is that coffee, he says, restricts blood flow to the brain. It also has an effect, talking about adenosine triphosphate, the energy currency of our cells. When our food is broken down, it produces this ATP, adenosine triphosphate. And when that's used, it releases the adenosine. Adenosine is a very interesting molecule and has a very interesting effect on the body related to caffeine, because what adenosine does when it hits the adenosine receptor is it makes us feel tired. Adenosine has this weary effect on the body. This is where caffeine comes in, because caffeine is very similar in structure to adenosine, and it confuses the adenosine receptor. When it hits that receptor, it thinks it's adenosine, and it blocks the adenosine from coming in, so you don't get that weary effect. This is why coffee works the way it does. This is why people drink coffee to feel more awake, feel more alert, because it's blocking the adenosine. The problem is you get a rebound, because all this adenosine is building up as it's not able to get through because of the coffee. When the coffee wears away, you get hit by a double, extra, triple dose of adenosine. So the next morning, you're feeling extra weary. And what happens, people will take more adenosine, people will take more caffeine to counter that weariness. So you end up with this compounded effect. You end up this vicious cycle of drinking too much coffee. Finally, why do I not drink coffee? Well, it's comparable because I'm an addictive personality, and caffeine has been compared to cocaine, actually, in its effect. And cocaine is expected to work by keeping the dopamine, the feel-good hormone, in the extracellular space so that it stays there longer to have its effect. Caffeine is thought to have a similar effect, and I definitely feel it because I'm always looking forward to that caffeine. When I'm drinking it, I can't put it out of my mind, and everything else I'm supposed to be focused on falls by the wayside. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, like it, and I'm also on Epoch TV and NTD. I'll be on Epoch TV on Sunday News tomorrow, on Sunday. Hope to see you there. Thank you.